Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another video. What you are seeing in front of you is a smorgasbord of beautiful primary element colors that, if I don't spill, will be a miracle. So, this is the preview of the January kit that is available for pre-order right now. And today is the 28th of December. My coupon for 25% off expires December 31st. So if you are ever thinking to purchase any of these colors or this kit, now is the time to do it because of January 1st. As of January 1st, it's going to go down to 20% off. So to get the 25% off your entire order, no minimum purchase required. You need to do that before the 1st. So this month's kit is a little bit different. It is coming with 12 colors that are available separately. You don't have to buy them in the kit. You do save money buying them together. But the reason why it's different is because this month's kit is called Bright Blooms, and it is geared towards making blooms. And instead of getting polypore in the kit this month, you're going to get a bottle of vivid enamel, which is what you need to make the blooms, the paint blooms that you've been seeing everywhere. You need that, and you need a little bit of either triple thick Rust-Oleum brand. Show you right here. You need some of this, or you need some polyacrylic mixed with the enamel. I'm not going to get into the mixing video because I have a lot of those already. I will link one at the end of this video in case you're curious. So those two ingredients, along with your Floetrol and Amsterdam white acrylic paint, will make the blooms. Now, whether or not you blow them on top of house paint like I do, or you want to try it with acrylic paint, that's totally up to you. You have seen me do this with just paint and water. Unfortunately, when it comes to primary elements, you can't do that with paint and water. These are a dry pigment powder, and they're a dry pigment, dry paint system is what I'm trying to say. So you're going to need something for them to bind to, so that's why you have the enamel. I'm going to show you the colors really quick, and we're going to just jump right on in. So this one here is called Poppy Red. I don't know. It's hard for me to get it on camera and it to be directly under the light. So that's Poppy Red. This here is called Coral Berry. And I mixed these colors up a couple of hours ago. And because they're in plastic cups, they're starting to stick a little bit. But that's no fault of the product. That is my fault. So you can see there on the stick, you see that pinkish color shift? So that's a nice coral color with a shift of violet in it. And the other fun thing about these pigments are you can combine them together and create your own colors. This one here is called Ginger Flower. Then we have Passion. And these colors, like I said, they're sold separately. They're kind of like the greatest hits. They're the bright, most popular colors that people want to buy. Even though all primary elements are beautiful. This is Wine and Roses. These seem to be the bright ones that people gravitate towards. This one is called Peacock Feather, one of my favorite colors ever. These are all shimmery colors. This is Boysenberry. If you want to see a really good video on what this kit looks like, these colors, you're going to head over to either Saskia Smith's channel, which I will link below, or Leslie, the creator of these colors. That was Sky Blue I just showed you. They have a phenomenal product video out this month, and you just have to see these under the right lighting. This one here is called Sapphire on Ice. Then we have Key Lime. They're fun cherry colors. That's Key Lime. And then we have Sunflower. Okay. And the last one is called Persimmon. So those are the colors. Today's video that I'm going to be doing, I'm making a clock. And this is a, I believe, 12-inch round that has the hole already pre-drilled. And I believe it is a 1/4 inch thick. I didn't want to get too big, too thick of a piece of wood, because clocks, I don't know, I don't like them really, really heavy. Plus, I coat them in resin, and that adds weight. And I don't want you to have to hang your clock with an anchor after you buy it from me. So, and I'm not talking a wall anchor. I'm talking like a boat anchor. So that's why I like to do the, it's not 1/8 of an inch. It's not that thin, but it's a nice thickness. And I got this at AC Moore, which is going out of business, just so you know. And everything is cheap, cheap, cheap. All right, so I've been doing inspiration videos, people that inspire me on YouTube. This is going to be inspired by Erica Hughes. She does some lovely, lovely swipes using that bloom recipe. But again, you don't have to do the bloom recipe. You can buy whatever you want to do this. These colors just stand out so much from the others that I absolutely love them. Also, when you use primary elements, because I have a lot of people ask me this, you need to use something else with them, because I want you to think about it this way, and I'm going to work while I talk. Think about it this way. Would you ever make a painting with just metallic paints and nothing else? Now, you can do that. It's going to be pretty shiny, and there's a good chance that the metallics are going to, you know, blend together and just be one shiny pile of nothingness a lot of times. But if you add in a matte color or two, meaning your normal colors like Deco Art, Craft Smart, whatever brand you use, Liquitex, the non-shiny colors, if you add those in with metallics, then you get a beautiful composition, because the eye has a place to rest. It's not all shimmery. You know, you get beautiful colors blending together, and then you see the shimmery golds or coppers going through. That's how you want to treat primary elements also, because they're shimmery, metallic looking colors. You want to add in a few matte colors to balance them. So what I've done is I've mixed up 2, 4, 6 matte colors to go along with these beautiful shimmery colors. And you're going to see exactly how it helps. If you use only primary elements together, there's a good chance that they may dry a little bit darker. Now, I will say, once you varnish or resin them, they come back to life. But they look much, much better when you add in those matte colors. And for my matte colors, I have chosen Fluorescent Pink. These are all by Golden. And they are the Fluid Body Golden. I have phthalo turquoise, ultramarine blue, neon yellow, and some carmine. Okay. Here is my idea. I'm going to do a swipe. I wish my Lazy Susan didn't have a painting on it drying right now because I could really use it for this, but I'm going to do warm colors on one side, cool colors on the other side. Now I put my paint down and I need to get rid of my air bubbles, but since I'm working with house paint, and by the way, if you feel like your house paint, if you're using that, is a little too thick, you can add a little bit of water. So I had 10 ounces of house paint. I added 2 ounces of water just to get it moving a little bit better. If you find that your paintings are drying with cracks in them, your paints are too thick. Specifically, your bottom house paint if you're doing the bloom technique. So all of my colors have been mixed with the triple thick and the vivid enamel. I mixed 2 parts of this with 1 part of the triple thick. If you're using polyacrylic, you may find it a little too runny. Use 3 parts of this to 1 part of the polyacrylic. Okay? That simple. And if you don't understand what parts means, it means if I put 1 part paint, 1 part water, it means it's equal amounts. If I do 2 parts paint, 1 part water, I would put however much paint would be 1 part. I would put another same amount of that paint, and then for the water, I would only put in the 1 part. So if I had 50% paint, 50% paint, I would have only 50% water. So that would be a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay? Before I get all muddied up here, I want to just say thank you to Miss Bunny Heart, Stephen Eustace, which I think that is somebody's husband. Is it Judy, maybe? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you for the donations. Christina Welsh, thank you so much for the donation. I'm just so grateful. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you all also. And to my friend Zeke, thank you for the gift that you sent. I truly, truly appreciate it. I want to also thank Jay, KB, aka Jan, for the beautiful earrings she made me. I just love seeing these little things that people make. They're so darling. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so I'm ready to go here. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is put down the warm colors first, right here, swipe, turn the clock around, and then put the cool colors down and swipe. You notice I didn't block off the hole. That's because once I resin this whole thing, I'm going to have my husband drill right through the center, which you will be able to. And I'm going to put the hands in. So for the colors, I want to put down my matte colors first because the primary elements are transparent. If I put those down first and then this on top of those, you're not going to see them. So I'm going to put down these first, and I'm going to go just like this. Just like that, okay? So that when I swipe, I'm going to pull the primary elements over the matte colors. So I have that one. I have the pink. I'll do a little bit more. I always start off the edge so I can get a nice straight line and not have like a blob and then a line. And then the neon yellow. Okay. And then on top of those, I'm going to use the pinks, oranges, and yellow. So we'll do this one first. This is, I believe, they're very close. So this is the ginger flower. And put that right there. This is the passion. You may notice I have my Lily Vefe mat down, but I have it covered, and that's because with this technique, the paints are so thick and my room is so cold, it takes forever for it to dry. So that's why you're seeing that. And then in between here, right down in here, just going to put some of these colors. That was the poppy red. This is the persimmon. And we'll put that under, or by the yellow here also. You don't need a lot. We'll put the gold, or not gold, sunflower. It looks gold. Looks like a bright gold right there. And then the coral berry. Just a little bit there. And then some more here. I'm sorry, that was wine and roses, not coral berry. This is coral berry. And that's going to go right here. And I'm going to add a little more of that hot pink in. Just like that. And that should be good. So now I'm going to take my, actually I lied. A little more yellow. Okay. Now I'm going to take my cell activator, which is Floetrol and Amsterdam white acrylic paint. That's it. No silicone, no nothing. And I'm going to put a nice amount here. Okay. And then it's time to swipe. So for the swiping, I went to the Dollar Tree and found these silicone cutting mats. Supposedly they're for cutting. I'm going to use this because I can wash it and reuse it. So I'm going to start right here and hopefully be able to swipe this along this way. Maybe. And I lost contact. That's okay. I do have paper towels here today. That is a little too long. You just pull this area here. Okay. So let me just chop this thing a little bit more. And let me put a little more cell activator over here. Let's see if I can get this area. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and twist it. We're not going to worry about this area yet. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I would have to go that away. So now I'm going to put down my cool colors, which would be the sapphire on ice will be first. Okay. This is the Boysenberry. Let's see if I can get it to come out without plopping. That's the Boysenberry. Sky blue will go right in between them. peacock feather. Oh, messed up on that one. And then key lime. Okay, and then the matte colors. So we're going to go with ultramarine blue. Somehow I'm going to get this to swipe the right way. I don't know how, but I'm going to. Stay low turquoise. And dioxazine purple. Okay. Now I realize this has to be like this. I'm going to put some more white down. Cell activator. Right over the top of that. And you guys are going to say a Hail Mary for me now. All right, so let's try to do this the easy way. I'm going to cut this strip a little bit shorter and narrower, I think. No, don't pull those. Well, it is what it is. We'll get there, I promise. Okay. Now we're going to move things around. Just take your time with the stretching. I don't know if you'll be able to see these colors without my flash, but they're just absolutely gorgeous. So let's continue on here. I'm going to go down this way first. It's always a challenge to stretch on wood too, because the paint doesn't glide as easily as it would on canvas or tile. Now this wood was not primed, just so you know. And I'm purposely tilting. I want that point to go over the edge there. So the wood was not primed. We're going to get some of this off of the surface here, because I'm not liking that at all. And I really apologize for the view if it's bad. I'm going to tilt some of that off like that. And then we're going to come back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this downward now for a little bit, but I'm not going to make you guys watch that because the paint moves so slow. Just know that all I'm going to be doing is holding it like this for what seems like eternity. Okay, so now let's say you're not happy with that center. You can make little tiny puddle pours and blow little tiny blooms there. You can see here that there's some color underneath the white. You could take a straw and try to blow it out. I happen to like the way that it's blending underneath like that. It kind of fits. And that area I just blew on right there created a whole bunch of little ghost cells. Because there is cell activator still there in that area. So you could do something like that. You can take some of this color that's here and blow it out up into that white area. You could do a lot of things. I'm going to leave it alone because I think that it's working for this particular piece. So I'm going to give you a close-up. Please go check out Erica Hughes. She has some amazing swipes she does. And she's a really, really great artist. I love watching her. So again, that is my video. Be sure if you ever wanted to try Primary Elements, grab them now while you can get the 25% off. Believe me, 5% makes a difference. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Please stop on over to Facebook and check out my Facebook group, United We Pour with Tammy and Lisa. I run that with my friend Lisa Wyatt, who also has a channel, Lisa Wyatt Art, if you want to check her out. All the links are in the description as far as Amazon and all that. And by the way, speaking of Amazon, there are 2 links for Amazon. One is the wish list that I have on there that people will purchase something off of instead of making a donation. And then the second one is the one that says my Amazon Influencers Shop. That is where the products that I use, I link them in there for you to find them easily. The only reason why I brought that up is because somebody said, I was on your Amazon shop and I saw some chips, some little gemstones and resins. And I said, no, that's not the right one. So be sure to click on the right one. Let me show you this beauty up close. I will show this once it's dry. And over this side, I had a lot of cell activator. That's why it's looking very milky, because I didn't use a lot of it and it's just sitting there. But I kind of like the look. I'm not going to lie. I like the way it's blending. So maybe you could catch a little glimmer. There we go. They really are beautiful, but like I said, you just want to make sure that you use some matte paints in there as well when you're using these colors. There is such a thing as too much bling. So I thank you for watching, my friends, and until next time, happy pouring. Happy pouring.